What's going on, members? It's a boy Lesiba Mothupi. We're back again onto my YouTube channel. Now on today's video, we are going to be doing obviously what it is that I have promised you guys in the Telegram group. And if you not, make sure that you do join. The link is below in the description box. I did promise that we are going to be looking at the pairs, EURJPY and as well the US30 markets. Now I know that the previous week we did make a profit from the US30 markets. We made a young profit, so I want for the week, instead of us just being able to make a quick buck and then leave that market, I want us to be consistent on growing a relationship with what it is that's working for us. So if you're trading as a pair or a currency, whatever, like if you're trading something and it's giving you profits and you're understanding it, why should you try to seek for something different? Let us focus more on it. So obviously what I have here is EURJPY. I want us to focus more on it. And if you do like these types of videos, or if you want, obviously this is a perspective that I'm showing you. And during the week, I'll make sure that I do send out a market recap, meaning that what has happened already with the thing that I've shown. If it did go against us, I'll just try to learn. I'll make sure that we see why it went against us and then we can learn from that. If it did go with us, we also are going to see why it did go with us so we can learn from that. At the end of the day, it's all about learning. Remember, the most trades, the better trades that you take, the more trades that you take, the better you are becoming as a trader. So without wasting any more time, make sure that you do subscribe if you do want to see the market recap, and make sure that you like this video if you do like what it is that I'm sharing you of the market. So let's start off first by jumping into the screen. Obviously, you have got my EURJPY chart, and I'll start off first from the bigger time frame, which is the 4 hour. I'll just stick to the 4 hour daily. I've seen what the daily does look like. So on the 4 hour chart, starting from here at the bottom, you can simply see that this is a beautiful impulse leg. Super simple to understand, a beautiful impulse leg. Now I want us to take a look at what is followed by the impulsive leg. What is followed? Okay, there we go. What is followed by the impulsive leg is a beautiful correction. Okay, let me remove this real quick. We've got here a beautiful correction here. Okay, impulsive correction, and obviously we're now looking for a next impulsive move to the upside. But I want us to understand that this is a correction, yes, but it's not a clean correction. Why am I saying that it's not a clean correction? It's because of the fact that you can see how it is pushed to the downside. It did push down in a corrective manner, yes, but this is a more steeper correction on which these I would say that you should stay away from. If you are a beginner, you should literally stay away from these types of corrections, because there's a higher chance of us, instead of just going back to the upside, instead of price just going back to the upside impulsively and so on, yes, there's a higher chance of that happening. But instead of this happening, what can happen is that price can literally, since this is a deeper correction, price can literally just play a bit more, and find out that this is just one deeper correction and then continue going to the downside. So these are actually one of the disadvantages that come with steeper corrections. But let us not worry more about that now. So let us focus on what we can make for now with what the market has told us. Okay, let me just remove this real quick. There we go. So obviously steeper correction. Now I like the fact that this is my left head, head and shoulders, invest head and shoulders. This is my left shoulder. This is my head, obviously, and this I see as my right shoulder. So obviously you can see that this is our head and shoulder pattern, inverse head and shoulder pattern, because obviously head and shoulder pattern doesn't mean that it's upside down, but when we say inverse, we're speaking about upside down, which is what we are spotting here. Yeah? So yes, we did get to see that. So let me go into the 60-minute chart. Let's check out the 60-minute chart. Just by separating the pattern, in my Forex Lessons 2.0, I speak about the pattern separations. It's actually one of the models in, I think it's the second model, the 9th lesson. So I speak about pattern separation, evolving structure. I'm learning to understand that if you have a specific pattern and then price goes out of that specific pattern, but in a certain way, then it only opens up for you to evolve that structure. Doesn't mean that it has changed your scenario. Doesn't mean that it has changed your whatever that you see in the market. It only means that for that current market price, it has changed the maybe the entity that you wanted, or just the pattern that you're looking for. All you have to do is to just evolve to the most recent pattern, just so you're able to keep up to date and stay much more ahead of the market, instead of just being able to take having support and resistance from ages ago and taking that as your support and the resistance, which normally the market doesn't respect those. Okay, Remember that the market, most traders of the market, most traders basically lose when they're executing trades on the market. And those most traders, what is their strategy? Most traders are trading support and resistance. Like a beginner, a person that's a beginner today, all they know is support and the resistance. They know how to buy low, they know how to sell high. A person that has been trading for 2-3 years, they know they have mastered support and the resistance. They only know that basically. So that's why most people are losing. It's because they only know that type of trading. But if you're able to see the market in a 3D, in a 4D perspective, and if you're able to forecast possible scenarios, and you know that if this doesn't happen, this is most likely to happen. If this doesn't happen, this is most likely to happen. Then what are your chances of taking a profit from the market? Obviously, your chances are high. Ne? So taking a look at it, obviously impulse leg here, super simple to spot. Impulse push, and now correction. Ne? Easy to spot, correction, easy to spot. So without confusing you guys with that, one thing that I'm looking for obviously is that I like the fact that here we broke out of structure impulsively. Take a look at the breakout here. Push to the upside, we broke out impulsively, and then on the 15 minutes, I remember while I was speaking with the members, the premium members, we spotted this on the 15 minutes because I didn't see it before. I only saw it once I was on the live session with them, which I like these things because they help out a lot. Like, you don't see something up until when you start to show someone something, then that thing that you didn't see is able to just come out, you know. So obviously impulse, beautiful correction right here. As you can see, this beautiful clean correction here that is spotting at. So I'm looking to just take a buy entry once price does break this tight flag here. And then obviously my stop loss is just gonna be below the most recent candle. You know, below, it'll be the Monday's low. My price is gonna be below Monday's low, because if it does go up and it activates me here, that means this is still my Monday's low. So it's okay for me to have my stop loss there. And through BA, price does break go up. But if let's say someone wants to take a riskier entry, obviously when the market opens, you just have to wait a few more minutes, an hour, I would say, because of the spread difference. Otherwise the spread is going to kill you. You're going to be taken out because of the spread. But I wouldn't mind having, placing an entry here and still having to capitalize some stop loss like this and so on. But it's a bit more risky for other people. It's a bit more risky, though they're not confident taking such trades. But that's when I would say let's have a buy stop somewhere here, stop loss below here. Let's see on the 1 hour what we have here. Let me remove this. On the 1 hour, you can easily see that price broke. It's just a young retest, so we can still get a somewhere here. We can still get a hammer, or just a candlestick. Confirm. Could be an engulfing candle or anything, somewhere around these areas. And then if not, we're having a buy stop. That'll be us taking the trade here when you see that specific pattern. But if that pattern doesn't come out and just shoots up, then obviously we have a buy stop here, then we'll be in. Obviously our first targets are here, 3.9%, which is amazing. And then second target is here, 9.4%, which is still amazing at the end. I'll be excited to go home with 9.4%. And then there's still more targets going to the upside, but we can still capitalize, meaning that if this if this does break out, let's say it does break out, we can still be able to make more money buying them. And also guys, in Forex Chasers 2.0, I teach more about understanding your currency characteristics. So with the EURJPY, we have a lot of information about it, knowing that it does respect our technicals, knowing that normally at these times there's a higher chance of this happening. Like I've backtested this and I know how it moves, not 100% know how it moves obviously, but I have a relationship with this pair, so there's a higher chance of our setup being accurate. And even if it doesn't be as accurate as I've mentioned it should be, then there's still more opportunities that we're gonna look at. Then we'll still get more entries going forward, just like the US30 trade that I showed you guys, that what it is that we're waiting for, what it is that we're looking for. But understanding a specific pair, that even if it doesn't play out that way, you can still make money in the in a certain let's say if it does go down, you can still be able to make money from that because you understand that pair, you have backtested, you know it. That's the advantages of backtesting. So make sure that you do watch my previous videos where I spoke about backtesting, how to use the bar replay pattern, and learn more about it, because honestly guys, that's gonna help you out a lot. You can't want to make money and not be able to just invest time back just thing. So now let us take a look at US30. Let us look at the US30 markets. So what we have here, obviously, it's beautiful. The previous week we did see a short-term sellers. We took a buy somewhere around here. It took us out somewhere close to here, and then now this is what happened. It shot a bit more to the downside. So like I was telling my premium members that I don't want like what's happening here. I do not like what's happening here. This lack of momentum right here, because I can see that it's going down but it's lacking momentum. This is not what I'm waiting for. I don't like what's happening right here, because to be honest, this is in the middle of nowhere. Take a look at this. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's no clear support, or it's not a significant zone. And someone will be like, it's a support. Look what I was doing before this. We don't treat things that happened ages before. We focus on the current support, the current resistance, not what price has broken out multiple times. That's not standing. So for us, obviously, this is very valid. Okay, very valid for us to see. One thing that we can take advantage of is either this being our support area right here. This price can come be our support area here, or this is also price giving us a first touch here, second touch here, third touch here. So you guys shouldn't just like, if price is forming, even if it's a hammer out of in the middle of nowhere, you guys shouldn't just take that because you're seeing a hammer and a hammer means buy. Understand that you have to wait for this being at a significant level. Once it's there, that's when that hammer is going to be worth whatever that it is telling you. So here we can see that we've got beautiful structures here, and price got here descending, obviously got here descending. Okay, let's see if we are getting a bit more undecided candle. You can see undecided candle, rejected. It's not too clean, it's not too obvious, but it's something that we can use so far. So we can either be looking for buys maybe close to here, buys where it's at, going more to the upside, more to the upside, or another type of an entry would be price being here and then going more to the upside, because I do know that once price gets at this level, there's a high chance of us going to the upside, meaning that if you take a loss here and you are calculating your losses, let's say you lose 1%, you get here, you make 5%, at the end you won 4%, so you are still in the positives, which is amazing. That's the mindset that you should have. Not you shouldn't lose. If you don't want to lose, then you shouldn't be trading forex, because you are going to take losses. You're going to take more losses than profits, but your losses, your profits should be worth more than the loss that you took at the end of the day. And the reason I'm also fixed on a buy, I'm looking at the US30, is because of the fact that I'm understanding your companies. These markets are involved with companies, understanding companies, looking at the long-term value of companies. We see a lot of companies gaining strength. We're seeing new technologies being introduced into the markets. We're seeing companies tweaking their marketing strategies. So all you have to do also to be able to treat such, you have to read the fundamental side of it, like not look at the news and try to make a quick buck from the fundamentals. Not like that. The long-term type, meaning that see what companies that are involved in the Dow Jones. Just take a look at if they're introducing new things that's gonna help them grow in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months. Once you get that, obviously it means that investors are gonna be putting money into that company. If you know that Facebook is gonna add video call features, also with what are instant texting and all these things, a lot of people are going to be hooked to it, and people are going to be using so much data on it. Obviously you can buy stocks on Facebook, knowing that a lot of people are going to be spending money on what it is that's coming next on Facebook, so you're going to be making money in the long run. You understand? So that's something that you need to be looking at, trading these, and it's exciting to have that mindset also in the market, so you are able to understand the long-term value of a specific currency or commodity or index. That's amazing. At the same time, guys, I hope that this really did show you guys a different perspective on the markets. Honestly, I do this with my members each and every Sunday. We go through the markets, we take a look at top 6 pairs that we have, take a look at bonus setups. They ask me, Lesiba, can you please look at gold? And then I'll go through gold. I'll take a look at gold, tell them if I'm seeing a setup. If I'm not seeing a setup, I help them out with that a bit. So maybe that's something that you also can be a part of. Obviously, you just have to see if the way that I treat, the way that I see the market, if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then it's perfect, it's amazing. Just keep on giving likes. But if it does work for you, obviously, then you'll know what to do. I'll leave the link in the description box. Then you'll know where to meet up with me. And obviously, I know that you are in the premium, in the public group. In the public group, I get to send this analysis, meaning that as soon as the market opens, I'll send you an analysis of it going to the upside, and then I'll keep on updating you guys with, where to put your stops, like how to manage it moving forward. So if you're not, make sure that you join my free public group, and I'll see you guys in there. So boy, Lesiba Mothupi, thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you guys in the public group.